Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, there is one issue that has not come out clearly as I second this motion. Members have been talking, but if we don't solve this issue once and for all, next time we shall have the same problem. Madam Speaker, I've been a chairperson of a committee, and there's been one practice by ministries, which problem is what has caused this. Government has a particular amount of money to implement government projects for every year. Once budget comes like this, the expectation is that President with the ministers must sit down and agree the priorities of a particular year. Once they agree these priorities to be executed in a particular year, there is supposed to be nothing like unfunded priority. Because all the priorities by the president and the ministers as a government must have been what? Agreed upon. Once the president sits with these ministers there, when ministerial policy statements are presented in the committees, the emphasis by ministries is unfunded priorities. Now, if they are talking about unfunded priority, what were the priorities they agreed with the president? Now, here, when we are talking here, I think we are accepting wrong, which is not a wrong of the parliament. No particular committee sat down, got items, and allocated. Some of these allocations, just allow me.
Honorable Onzima.
Yes, please.
So the wrong starts from the ministry.
Yes.
To
Yes.
finance.
Can I explain? Can I explain?
To cabinet.
Madam Speaker, I don't want information. All of you have spoken. Let me speak. Madam Speaker, what happens here is that when these items come, the various ministries will begin to agitate for other issues, which are not the issues they agreed with the president. Now, members of the various committees may think that indeed these are issues which president also has concern about. Members begin to allocate monies to these areas. So the mistake is not parliament. The mistake is these various ministries that do not represent what the president wants. So from today onwards, in this house, we must sit and agree on one thing, where there should be nothing and no term like unfunded priority presented in any budgeting process. If you shall not discontinue this, let's expect the same problem, because this is where the issue comes. Secondly, government is implementing program-based budgeting. When you go to scrutinize all these budgets of government, there are a lot of duplications. If a particular ministry is supposed to play a role for a program to go ahead, why don't there be specific activities by these specific ministries? All ministries are performing. When you're talking about roads, if you go to agriculture, is talking about roads. If you go to local government, it's talking about roads. If you go to infrastructure, it's talking about roads. Where is the program budgeting we are talking about? What are we talking about? So this challenge originated from cabinet itself. They came with their confusion to parliament and put parliament into confusion. This must be sorted out. Madam Speaker, therefore, these arguments we are raising here, if you were to ask the chairperson of budget committee to outline some of these areas he has talked about, you'll find that these are areas that come from specific ministries. They are not thinking of parliament, that members of parliament thought about these things and put them in the budget process. No, these are issues that were presented by the various ministries. So we should therefore sort this once and for all. Because the whole impression outside there is as if we have taken money, we have done what? I therefore second the motion that let's go to the Committee of Supply and look at these items specifically. I thank you, Madam.